My mother also she was suffering from this heart disease. One fine day, it just happened that she died. After she died, she was my only hope, she was my only strength, and I knew that she loved me very much. It was only that I never acknowledged it. But after she died, I realized the loss of her.
Priya was 3 years old when Roque and Rita D'Souza adopted her from an orphanage. They cared for her and loved her so much that even when she got to know the truth of her birth, her attitude towards them did not change.
When she died, I understood the loss of my mother at that moment because there was no one else for me.
Priya grew into a secure young girl, but the sudden death of her mother changed the way she lived.
So after my mother died, I was free. There was no one to stop me, and I took advantage of this opportunity. At that time, that's when I met some friends of mine, and they would go for parties, and I would go with them. They would smoke. I learned to smoke with them, and though I even learned to drink, I used to drink beers, and we used to have fun.
Priya took advantage of every opportunity to be around her circle of friends. That's when she met Abel, a musician.
He used to play the guitar, which I loved very much. I used to love to sing. So that's how we could blend together, and we were very happy to be together. Finally, we decided that we should get married because of the pressures of the family.
Priya and Abel started their married life in Panjim, Goa. 4 years just passed like 4 weeks for Priya and Abel in partying and fun. And then suddenly, they realized that they had still not started a family.
We went to the doctor, I and my husband, but the doctor told my husband that if we wanted a child, he had to stop drinking. Which after a few months he did. He stopped drinking. When he stopped drinking, after 4 years, we got a child, and he was the most beautiful child I have ever set my eyes on. He was very cuddly, very sweet, and I thank God for that child.
After the birth of their son, Abel went back to his drinking habits. One day, under the influence of alcohol, he met with an accident and went into a critical condition.
In that accident, he damaged his nerves, and his full right side, the full of his right side was paralyzed. He got completely paralyzed and he couldn't move. And since he was a musician, he couldn't hold his guitar. That was very, very hurting for him. At this time, he went into he went very low into depression, very low. He wouldn't talk to me. He wouldn't look at me. He wouldn't go to work. He wouldn't do anything. And I used to sit at his feet and I used to cry to tell him, why are you not doing like this? What is the problem? What's hurting you?
At this time, Priya happened to meet one of her husband's friends, Julio. She realized he wasn't the same person she had known.
And I saw that this man was changed. And I said, and his wife told me, I asked his wife, I said, oh, how is Julio? And that's his name. So, and she said, yeah, he's fine. And I said, and he stopped drinking, he stopped smoking. I said, he has stopped smoking and drinking? I was very amazed. So I asked her, how? What is it? So she said, Jesus has changed his life. I said, Jesus has changed his life? And I was very amazed. I said, if Jesus can change his life, he can surely change my life. And I saw a little bit hope.
Though brought up in a Catholic family, Priya didn't really experience Jesus personally in her life. She now wanted to know more about Jesus. So, she accompanied Julia to his church.
People were singing, they were dancing, they were clapping, they were jumping. Somebody was shouting hallelujah, and they were praising God. And the experience was completely different. And I was very shocked. I was wondering, is this real, or is this just people, trying to hypnotize other people, trying to, it's just an act. I was not sure about it. I just wanted to know. But I kept going back to the church. I kept on going back. There was something that touched my heart. And I said, no, if this man can change, I always looked at that man. I said, if this man can change, there is hope here, there is hope. And I kept on going back.
While Priya was reading the Bible, one day she acknowledged that she was a sinner and she confessed all her sins to Jesus. With her heart freed of all the burden she was carrying, Priya accepted Jesus as her personal savior.
I told God, Lord, this is me, a new person. You're going to lead me. You're going to lead me to good heights, good things, because you are a God of good, that everything, all goodness comes from you. And I believe that, and I'm just going to keep my eyes focused on you, and I'm going to follow you.
Priya began to experience the power and protection of Jesus Christ in her life. Though she constantly prayed for Abel to be restored back to his health, his addictions ruined his health further until he passed away at the age of 37.
God said, He says, your ways are not my ways. What we think is not the way the Lord thinks. His mind is more bigger than ours. Ours is very small. We cannot contain what God has for us. And then He says that also, I know the plans and purpose I have for you, and I will guide you with my eye upon you. This is the word the Lord gave me, and I believe that God is going to use me very mightily. He has already started this work, and I know He is doing it.
Knowing how important it is to have the right guidance during youth, Priya is working among the younger generation as a counselor in River of Life Fellowship Church. Having come through the storms of life, Priya now knows that her life is secure in Jesus, and all she has to do is wait patiently for His plans to be fulfilled in her life.
I have realized that the key to God and to experience His joy is to wait, because that's what the Lord says. Wait a little longer, and I will make you. I will make you shine like the noonday light. That's what His word is, and I believe His word, and I look for His word, and I wait for His word to make me shine like the noonday light.